The first game will be the Hellfire Harlots B team against Nottingham Roller Derby, and that'll be underway in the next couple of minutes or so. And of course, this is both games today are going to be part of the the WFTDA Tier 2 East League, a part of British Champs there. On the league table, basically, all things are equal. Every team has one win and one loss, so essentially, whichever team wins both games today will be going through to the playoffs over in Stoke in September for a chance to be promoted to Tier 1. Ooh. So both teams are lining up just before the game gets started here. The Hellfire Harlots are playing in white and Nottingham Roller Derby are playing in the green. There you go.
Thanks, Josh.
No problem, Al.
So on the line, we have got number 64 for the Hellfire Harlots. That's peanut butter and jam.
And we have Tornado on the line for Nottingham Roller Derby.
And there's the whistle.
I believe that means the game is underway. Ooh, that was bad feedback.
Well, I mean, you know, positive feedback is... And they're underway. It's a proper fight to get through the pack. Oh, but she does it. Peanut butter and jam, number 64, has managed to sneak her. Oh, they've both gotten straight through.
And the jam gets called off there before any points can be scored by either team. Both teams energetic. I like that. And on jam line for Nottingham Roller Derby, we have Buckland.
And 427, Schnell B. Cobra for Hellfire Harlots B team. And with the whistle, they are... Oh, wow, she went through the pack like a hot knife through butter, Josh.
Very, very quick there, picking up lead jam there for Nottingham Roller Derby. Goes up the inside and just gets recycled to the back of the pack there. Buckland trying to look for the outside now for Nottingham Roller Derby, gets knocked down. And before Schnabikova can make her way to the back there, that jam gets called there. And we have the first point scored of the game, so it is 4-0 in favour of Nottingham Roller Derby. On the jam line for Nottingham Roller Derby, we have Helen back. And Helleback picks up lead jam for Nottingham Roller Derby. And the jam gets called there. And on the jam line now for Hellfire Harlots, we have Watson. And we have, who else do we have? And we have Tornado on the jam line for Nottingham Roller Derby. Oh, straight away there for Tornado, picking up lead jam. Approaching the pack now. Engages with the wall. But gets knocks, gets straight back up, goes up the inside, calls the jam. That's the fourth lead jam in a row that Nottingham Roller Derby have had there. It is 11-0 after the first 4 jams. And on the jam line for Nottingham Roller Derby, we have Buckland. Oh. And we have Peanut Butter Jam for Hellfire Harlots, who picks up lead jam for the Hellfire Harlots. Very fast moving pack. But Peanut Butter and Jam calls the jam before any points can be scored. So we have ourselves another pointless jam.
And they are lining up again now. Number 427, Schnell B. Cobra on the line for Hellfire Harlots B.
And we have Helen back on the line for Nottingham Roller Derby, but I believe the officials have just called an official timeout just for some track repair on the first corner. An often underappreciated job in the Roller Derby crew hierarchy, I believe. Have you ever worked as a track repair?
I have indeed. There's nothing quite like the glamour of running around for several hours with stripy tape stuck to your trousers. And number 427 is coming to the back. Schnell Cope. Oh, that's a bit of a fall at the front, but everyone's sprung right back up, leaving it open for number 11, Helen back, for Nottingham to actually skate straight past the pack.
And Halmack. Oh. Halmack makes it through there, picking up an additional 4 points there for Nottingham Roller Derby.
Number 11, Heaven Back, coming around again.
Halmack goes up the inside and sneaks through there, picking up an additional 4 points for Nottingham Roller Derby.
With some deft footwork there.
Once again, going there, goes around the outside, goes up to engage with the wall. Some good interference being ran here by her teammates here on Nottingham Roller Derby. And goes up the inside, picking up more points there for Nottingham Roller Derby.
Number 427 is out of the box and takes a real hit from number 30.
Schnell Cobra taking 2 big hits there. Good Lord. But still yet to make the initial pass. This is still very much in Nottingham Roller Derby's corner. There we go, initial pass has been made there. Both teams in a point scoring position now. And as instructed there, jam gets called before any points can be done there. Huge score in that jam there for Nottingham Roller Derby, picking up 16 in total from that jam alone.
On the line for Hellfire Harlots B, it's number 17, Bryony Heath.
And we've got Tornado on the line for Nottingham Roller Derby. And we have another official timeout called. Is it track repair again? You are excused.
Thank you. Apparently, I'm allergic to fast and furious roller derby, Josh.
Well, what are you doing here?
Well, suffering for love.
This seems to be a more substantial official timeout. I don't think it's track repair. I'm going to find out what's going on.
Cool, do your thing. Josh has returned to the nest.
I was told that they were just talking about that last jam. Just having a cash.
Good, nice, excellent. On the line is number 16, Tornado for Nottingham. And for Hellfire Harlots B, again, it's number 17, Bryony Heath. There's the whistle, and number 17, Bryony Heath, is absolutely just dancing through the pack. There was some serious tap dancing going on there. Number 16, Tornado, is somewhat stuck at the back of the pack, but number 300, the captain, Great Frightening, has just been released from the box and is coming to help. So much so that both jammers have now cleared the pack and they are just lapping around.
Absolutely flooring it for both of them here.
And the jam is called.
So we have ourselves a pointless jam, which, to be honest with you, could have done with, because we need a little bit of a breather after the big one that we've just had.
That's exactly it. So for those of you who are with us in person today, you will note I have recently got my PhD in the blindingly obvious. It's hot. So if you find that you are hot, do make sure to keep yourself well hydrated. We have got beverages for sale down the back. We've got some cakes. Cakes are also good for keeping a person hydrated in a hot and sweaty sitch. There's also some crisps, which will help keep your salt levels up, which one needs if one has been sweating profusely. The crisps are being modeled by our very own Kerosene. Ta-da-da-da-da. Yeah, aren't they? Isn't she lovely, ladies and gentlemen? We've also got juice, if you're not in a fizzy pop kind of mood. We have several juices squeezed from the finest Asda tree. And we also have face painting, if you would like to give something to run off your face. You know, if you're going to sweat like an absolute sweaty thing, then you should have something to really mess up your face with. So try some face painting. If you're feeling like, you know what, Josh, I may make a rummage over to the lolly pool because I noticed on the lolly pool table we have whistle pops.
Oh,
they make your actual noise.
They don't have whistle pops.
No,
the
they
officials
don't.
do not.
They have real whistles. On the line, we have got number 3 for the Hellfire Harlots. That's Watson, and it's number 58 for Nottingham. That's Buckland.
Ooh, Watson. I remember Watson from last time she was here. Made a very, very big impression. But it looks as though Buckland has picked up lead jam here for Nottingham Roller Derby.
Buckland has made short work of it, but number 3, Watson, is not far behind her.
It's very fast. Goes around the outside.
And Buckland calls the jam.
Avoiding just getting hit off track there and calls it. Picking up an additional lead here for Nottingham Roller Derby.
Josh, an unexpected benefit to the jams being quite so fast is that they are in fact acting as a giant fan in the middle of this wonderful The Edge Sports Hall here at the University of Leeds. And it's positively refreshing when they're going at speed.
It's so muggy.
Again, as someone who holds a PhD in the blindingly obvious, it's toasty. Number 64 on the line for the Hellfire Harlots. That's peanut butter Peanut Butter and Jam.
And on the jam line we have no, we
It's
don't.
number 11, it's Helen Back.
Who do we have? Helen Back, that's
It is
it.
Helen Back. And it's Helen Back who gets through the pack.
Oh, that rhymed. That's good.
It is.
Very followed very quickly by Peanut Butter and Jam.
Peanut Butter and Jam is hot on her heels. And I've chosen those words very carefully because, again, it's kind of toasty.
It was a very fast-moving pack there. It looks as though Leeds, Nottingham Roller Derby. They're the team that are playing right now.
You're jumping the gun. I mean, we're looking forward to watching Leeds play, but let's enjoy the game we've got going on now. Don't wish your life's games away, Josh.
You know what? I was going to make a tactical point there, but I feel as though I've just undermined that completely. But there we go.
You're fine. You're cool. Number 427 on the line. That's Schnellby Cobra for the Hellfire Harlots B team.
And on the jam line for Nottingham Roller Derby, we have number 11. That's Helen Back. Nope, it's number 16. Sorry, Tornado.
Tornado fighting. Actually, they're both. Oh, look at that. Tornado's gotten clear.
Takes the long way around, but picks up lead jam anyway.
Making handy work of it.
And there we go, initial pass made. And jam has been called. An additional 4 points there for Nottingham Roller Derby.
I'm using my clairvoyant skills to say that they may be a short timeout called because we've had a bit of a track malfunction.
Mildly putting it, yes.
Like a wardrobe malfunction for the track.
I mean, that's, yep.
If this was the Super Bowl halftime, there would be outrage. Some sharp notes to conservative newspapers. And careers would rise and fall. But as it stands, it's just track.
I've seen Hannah wafting the officials there.
I hope that's not a euphemism, thank you very much.
No, she's using the clipboard.
I know, I understand what you mean when you say Hannah's wafting the officials.
I thought the fans were over here.
Number 58 on the line, it's Buckland for Nottingham. And number 17, Brian Heath for the Hellfire Harlots B.
But once again, it's Nottingham Roller Derby who have picked up lead jam once again.
It is a real fight to get through that pack. That pack is absolutely just wall to wall. The Nottingham team are forming a really, really efficient wall, and that was a lovely series of penalties being called here. There had been a really lovely hit by 1837 Pucker Up.
Oh, and Buckland making it look easy, just sailing around the outside there of the pack.
And Buckland calls the jam.
Calling it before any damage can be done there. I mean, to be fair, it's
Sorry, Josh, did you say damage or jamage?
I said damage.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah. So scores as it stands now, 44-3 in favour of Nottingham Roller Derby.
And we have another timeout that's been called. Again. Although this time it appears that the track is remaining modest.
Now, I believe Hellfire Harlots have called the timeout there.
You know what I think is really fun to do during timeouts, Josh?
Does it involve purchasing liquids?
No, it actually involves purchasing Chuck-a-Duck tickets.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Yeah. So for those of you who don't know our infamous Chuck-a-Duck, you essentially get to purchase a duck of your very own, and you then get to fling it at an entirely suspecting member of the LRD team, wider team, including our wonderful, lovely volunteers with whom this whole thing would not happen.
Yeah, we need to find out who's getting they've thrown at.
You know what? I'm sure we could. Oh yes, if you want to buy a duck to chuck, just find our lovely volunteers. Sophia, who is our lovely volunteer, she is by far our not by far our shortest volunteer. We're going to be throwing ducks at a minor. Holy crow! This is going to be. I mean, there has been parental sign-off for the. Yeah, that'll be good. Thank you, Sophia. So on the line, we've got number 3, Watson for the Hellfire Harlots B team, and number 11, Helen Back for Nottingham.
And Helen Back Going around the outside and inside once again there. Just seems to favour that sort of tactic there. Watson tried to go up the middle. Doesn't pay off. Hellenbach picks up lead jam by going up the inside. Once again, Nottingham roller derby. I think this is...
Both teams have got someone in the box, but Nottingham's player is standing. That's number...
I think they've had lead jam in all but 2 of the jams so far.
Yeah, that's extraordinary.
And I think the score's reflecting that absolutely as well. However, Hellfire Harlots might want to capitalise as they are in a power jam situation now for Hellfire Harlots.
Hellfire Harlots have got both Hellenbach in the box.
And Watson makes it through for the initial pass. Watson is in a point-scoring position now for the Hellfire Harlots. This is their power jam. For those unfamiliar, a power jam is when the opposing team's jammer is in the penalty box, so you don't need to worry about being scored on, so your blockers can run interference just like they are now. Watson goes up the inside. A 1v1 scenario now in the middle. But gets knocked to the inside there off track. Will be recycled to the back of the pack. I don't know about you, El, but Watson does look very exhausted by the looks of things. So with this jam, because Hellenbach picked up lead jam when they were on track initially and then got sent to the penalty box, there is no lead jam, so it will go the full 2 minutes.
Number 21, Roxon Roll for Nottingham is in the box.
Oh, and the tiniest of apex jumps there.
It's small but perfectly formed.
So wee.
Oh, like a fun-size apex jump. But it did the business, did it not?
They don't need to look pretty, it just needs to score. And after the 2 minutes of the full jam there, oh, paparazzi, hello.
Thank you.
Jam that's called once again very beneficial there for Nottingham roller derby. And Nottingham roller derby have called a timeout.
It's. Have I mentioned, Josh? That
Yeah, I was just going to say, what are you going to plug now?
I was going to say that it's just a little bit warm, Josh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I may have made a
is.
tactical error by wearing clothes today. I should have.
I mean, the jeans are.
Well, I mean, it's just that, you know, any child that hasn't brought their kit will have to play in their pants. And right now, I'm kind of wishing I didn't bring my kit because, frankly, I'm just, woof, it's toasty. It's hot in Topeka, in a manner of speaking.
Why doesn't this place have air conditioning? Is one question that I want to know.
You know what? Of all the wonderful facilities that the Edge has provided to us, you know, including, you know.
Oh yeah, we should be thankful to them.
Well, I mean, you ingrate.
There we go. So has been.
And let's be perfectly honest, we only get about 3 hot days a century in Leeds, so there we go. Number 64 on the line for the Hellfire Harlots B. That's Janie Knuckle.
And we have Tornado on the jam line for Nottingham Roller Derby.
I'm sorry, I misspoke. It's peanut butter and jam. It's 64, not 67.
PBJ.
And there's the whistle, and peanut butter and jam just dances right past her wall, who did exactly what they were designed to do. And she has gone absolutely around the track like a shot. Number 16, Tornado for Nottingham, is trailing her right hot in her heels.
Oh, what a huge hit there from PBJ. It was a 1v1 scenario, and she definitely came out on top on there. Oh! Who has lit some gasoline under Hellfire Harlots? This is exactly what they need. PBJ picking up an additional 4 points. Oh! Huge hit! Where is this coming from?
Number 16, Tornado, struggling to get through the pack at the front, but she does it beautifully.
PBJ just going through, just slicing through these.
I really wish there was more that we could say other than, there you go, number
What?
64, peanut butter and jam.
What a jam!
Calls the jam.
Holy smoke!
And what a jam it was. I have a theory, Josh. As the
Yeah?
Hellfire Harlots, perhaps these toasty temperatures are in fact, well, you know, it's hotter than Hellfire Harlots B team in here.
I think they just slammed a Red Bull in the timeout, to be honest with you there.
Can
But
you mainline Red Bull? Is that? We'll have to ask our wonderful medics who are here making sure that we stay healthy,
Wow.
capable.
Oh, and just a little bit of a penalty box issue there going on, just making sure that everybody is in their right place for the start of the next jam there. On the jam line for Nottingham Roller Derby, we have Buckland.
And number 427, Schnellby Cobra for Hellfire Harlots B team. There goes the whistle, and they are both a little bit of shoving off the line.
Taking a bit of a run-up as well.
Oh!
But Buckland goes up the inside, picking up lead jam. They are not going down without a fight.
That is straight around that corner. A little bit of rough and tumble on the track, but 427, Schnellby Cobra gets to the pack.
But Buckland goes around the outside. So 1v1 and gets through there. Jam gets cold. Oof. It was very fast moving, that one.
This is the moments of silence are not because there's nothing happening, it's just because there is too much happening. And for once, you know it's a good game, Josh, when I'm speechless.
Yeah, absolutely.
What do you mean by that?
What? I was just agreeing with your point. And what do we have here? An official timeout, I think, has been called. So I can't read that.
13.
And just about halfway through the first half at the moment there, the score is 27-76 in favour of Nottingham Roller Derby.
Back in the line, it's number 64, Peanut Butter and Jam.
And we have Helen back on the jam line for Nottingham Roller Derby. Nottingham Roller Derby in the green, Hellfire Harlots in white, but it is Nottingham Roller Derby picking up lead jam once again. Helen back. Your lead jammer once again.
That's 1837, Pucker Up, the pivot, who's just found herself in the box.
And Helen back calling as instructed before Hellfire Harlots can pick up any points to scupper their lead in any way, shape or form.
Scupper.
I knew you were going to call me out on that.
No, dude, it's a good word. I love good words, man. Scupper is like that's definitely. I wouldn't say it's like a 10-pound word, but I'd say that you've cracked into at least the that's going to get you good 50 points on Words with Friends.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be disputed in Scrabble, but Words with Friends is
you
the
know
Wild
what?
West. But on the jam line, we have Tornado on the line for Nottingham Roller Derby.
And 427, Schnellby Cobra for the Hellfire Harlots.
Oh, big hit there.
It's always a good sign when a jam starts by moving backwards.
Captain Greek frightening there, showing how it's done with the big hits. Oh, and another big hit from Greek frightening.
That's a lovely, great big hit to number 50-50, Harley Scrim. They are absolutely ripping it up on track.
Good Lord, Harley Scrim there with the huge hit there to Tornado, but calls the jam from the ground.
Given as good as she got, because it was Harley Scrim who actually got a great big smash from number 300, Greek Lightning, the captain of Nottingham Roller Derby.
Tell you what, if Greek Frightening and Harley Scrim, they would hit each other big time out there. Keep an eye out for those. Who we got on the jam line? We have number 17 for the Hellfire Harlots. That is Bryony Heath.
And number 58, Buckland on the line for Nottingham, and it's Buckland who fires her way through the front of the pack.
She has been the lead jammer in all but one of her jams where she has started. Buckland for Nottingham Roller Derby.
Nottingham Roller Derby. Oh, we're very, very briefly one player up, but it turns out that we've now got a match set of players in the box.
Ducks the hit there from BB.
And a bit of a traffic jam, bit of a mangle, bit of shoving in the oven, as it were, on track.
Buckland engages with the wall.
Number 58, Buckland fighting to get to the front of that pack, and there she goes. Number 17, Brian Heath. There we go, and that jam's been called. Sorry, you were saying something, Josh.
Yeah, I was. No, I wasn't actually, but there we go. But there we go. Failed to notice there,
No,
but there we go.
Again, with such a fast-moving game, it is really tough to sort of, you want to strike a balance between letting people watch things and, otherwise it would just be a steady stream of complete.
Sometimes words just, fail you.
That's what I'm saying. Verbal garbage from you and I if we tried to keep on top of absolutely everything that's going on.
And on the jam line, we have Helen back for Nottingham Roller Derby.
And number 3, Watson for Hellfire Harlots B. And it's Watson that clears the pack. There is some stellar jamming going on today. I mean, absolutely.
Yeah, really good.
Just first class.
We haven't had any of those jams where it's taken a while for the action to get going. It's been pretty instantaneous.
It's almost as if it's the British Championships.
It's like they have everything to play for. Well, they don't have everything to play for, but it is a place at the playoffs they are playing for.
They have a heck of a number of things to play for, Josh.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of stuff to play for, Josh.
Well, there is. But yeah, if you're not familiar with the league table at the moment, basically every team coming into this final games, both games are the last ones going to be in the league of the T2 East. Basically, whoever wins each game will be going through to the playoffs, essentially.
Which is usually how playoffs work. It's number 16, Tornado, on the line for Nottingham.
And we got PB&J, Peanut Butter and Jam for Hellfire Harlots, but Nottingham Roller Derby pick up lead jam once again.
Number 16, Tornado. Ooh, beautiful bit of footwork there, keeping herself from getting chucked in the bin. She's been recycled down to the back of the pack.
And definitely doing the right thing, calling the jam early. PB&J, Peanut Butter and Jam, responsible for a 23-point jam earlier on in the game. Oh, sorry, 24-point jam earlier on in the game. They want to nip that in the bud as much as possible. One could imagine.
Well, I mean, exactly.
And who have we got on the jam line for Nottingham Roller Derby? We have Buckland.
And number 427, Schnell Cobra.
Both of them taking a run up.
That's
from
it.
the jam line.
A bit of tactical.
Oh, and Buckland once again picking up lead jam for Nottingham Roller Derby. Again, all but one of her jams in this game, she has picked up lead jam status.
Oh, 1837. Puck her up with some wonderful, let's call them tactical glutes.
Now, so it's 32.99 in favour of Nottingham Roller Derby as it stands at the moment. We have Helen back on the line for Nottingham Roller Derby in the green.
Just over 7 minutes left in this first half.
Thank you.
You're welcome, John.
As we established last time I was here, I cannot read the timer. I need an eye test.
I actually wore my glasses this time, so we are ready to rock and roll. Number 11, Helen back is on the line for Nottingham. Number 17, Brian Heath for Hellfire Harlots B.
Oh, Helen back picks up lead jam again, almost immediately going up the inside. Helen back, who coming into this game is the 4th highest scoring jam. Oh, most lead jam, sorry, in the league, according to our stats.
And that's the jam called.
And Nottingham Roller Derby here in triple digits now. They are 101 to 32.
So, Josh, I may have to do some investigating at the half.
Yeah.
There are a couple names that I think I may need to investigate.
Yeah?
Yeah. There's Janie Knuckle. Now, as a Canadian, The word Canuck means only one thing to me.
I'm sorry, Al. I need to go find out what's going on over there. Something's happening.
So while Josh goes to investigate, I'm going to stare into the crowd, who are all going to avoid my gaze because they're smart. Because they know that if they make eye contact with me, I am going to start shilling them to rehydrate. Rehydrate the LRD way. There's a lovely tray of snacks over on the left, manned by our own wonderful Kerosene. She is our Academy lead trainer. She wields a mean program stroke fan, and she is in charge of keeping you hydrated and full of brownies, because of course watching roller derby is an incredibly stressful thing. So, you know, chocolate is a natural endorphin fire. And I can say this as someone who holds a PhD in the blindingly obvious. Yeah, we also have some lovely crisps and snacks that will go very nicely with a well-painted face or a refreshing lolly. You could win a prize with a lolly pull, 50p for one lolly or £1 for 3 lollies. And if you pull a coloured lolly or a lolly with a little coloured stick at the end, because they're all coloured, then you win a prize. Prizes are good. You know what else is good?
Yeah.
That you're back.
What? That I'm back. Sorry, I thought you said figure
You
something.
try
I was
to
just
give
like, what are you
the
on about?
man a compliment.
Right. Sorry. Keep mishearing you.
You're
sorry.
fine. You're fine.
I think I need an ear test as well as the eye test.
You're fine, mate. So what's good, Josh?
So basically, hang on, I need to wait for them to tell them before I can tell you guys.
Right, fine. Yeah, fine.
There we go. So basically, Nottingham Roller Derby were questioning whether there was it sounded as though it was a possible low block towards the outside there.
I see.
However, the calls stand. It does look as though there may have been some contacts, but it didn't affect any of the gameplay. So,
Cool.
yeah, all good, I think.
beans. Number 3, Watson on the line with number 16, Tornado.
Again, both of them taking a run up there. It's very rare you see it sort of consistently, but once again, lead jam for Nottingham Roller Derby.
Number 16, Tornado. I must admit, I would be loath to let either of the jammers get a run-up on the pack, because they are so speedy and they are so sort of deft with their footwork that I would give them as little quarter as I could, but that's why I'm sat over here on my bum with a microphone stuck to my face, and they're on skates. That's number 300, Greek Frightening, the captain, who has just been sent off.
Tornado once again picking up the points there. And we do have a successful star pass for the Hellfire Harlots. Your jammer for the Hellfire Harlots is 101 Spins and Needles. That's a great name.
And number 16, Tornado for Nottingham, calls that jam.
I can see that somebody's turned the air conditioning on.
Yes, the air conditioning, of course. We have a very high-tech air conditioning system between the living fan. Let's take an art installation. The living fan we've got going on track. We now have an open window.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah. There's a lovely timeout being called. There's a system, Josh, for air conditioning your car called 440 Air. It's where you roll down all 4 windows and drive 40 miles an hour.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. That is hot air. It's pointless, isn't it?
Yeah, who needs air anyways?
Yeah. Track repair. And looks as though the official timeout's been called for a little bit of track repair on the outside of the first corner there. First corner, turn 1.
I was going to say turn 1. We can't really see turn 1 because we have a pack of astonishing athletes between us and our lovely volunteers doing track repair. What we can see very clearly is our lovely, lovely refs, including Big Whoop and Make a Call. And there's the whistle, and we have got number 64 for Nottingham Hellfire Harlots. That's peanut butter and jam.
And we have Buckland for Nottingham Roller Derby.
Number 68.
Hang on, this is... We've got Buckland, who keeps winning lead jams, and we've got one of the highest scoring jammers in the game so far, so I am excited for this one. Oh, PB&J picks up lead jam for the Hellfire Harlots.
Well, number 58, Buckland, is still struggling to get through that wall, that Hellfire wall.
Oh, but PB&J just went up the inside there, but met a whole lot of wall. Calls the jam after picking up the point.
That was beautiful. I'm proud and privileged to have been a part of this, Josh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
PB&J can just,
Yeah.
like a bullet.
Yeah. Like, phew. Shot through 9 other geese.
Did you say geese?
Yeah, like shot through a goose.
Oh, right. I've never heard of. Is that a saying?
Well, no. Technically, it's like something else through a goose, but we can't say it because there are minors present.
Ah, fair enough.
Like shot through a goose, and yeah.
Fair enough. So we're just doing a little bit more track repair as well.
Bit more track repair.
Track repair are working overtime. There's not usually this many track
No,
repair
I think it's because
breaks.
it's so darn sweaty in this room. I think that our stick is being
The
unstuck.
stick is being unstuck.
Our
Yeah.
stick is being unstuck. We've come unstuck. It's number 11 on the line, Helen back for Nottingham, and number 427, Schnell B. Cobra for Hellfire Harlots B team. There we go.
No run up this time. Oh, almost straight away. Hellenbach picks up lead jam for Nottingham
Straight
Roller Derby.
around. Lovely bit of dancing on those 8 wheels, but she is not far off number 427, Schnell B. Cobra, who was whipping up to the back of the track.
Hellenbach just sailed up the inside there, calling the jam.
That was an incredibly fast pack.
And on the jam line we have Brian Heath and Tornado as well. Is it Tornado? Yes, it is. Tornado picks up lead jam for Nottingham Roller Derby in the green.
I don't know how Tornado manages to just look like she's not sweating absolute buckets. Oh, and that's a penalty called against Nottingham. That's a
Nearly
000 Gem. Who's in the box?
Gem
And that's a forearm call against number 2, Damdria. This puts Nottingham quite light on the track, which is probably why they've called the jam. Folks, we've had a request. If anyone has found a sequined bum bag, would they please hand it in to our lovely, anyone wearing a Leeds t-shirt, and if they would please bring it to our attention, we'd be grateful. So we're looking for a sequined bum bag, which has been misplaced, and if anyone finds it, we would be very, very grateful if you would come forward and bring it to a Leeds volunteer. Thanks, gang. On the line, it's number 58. That's Buckland, beg your pardon, for Nottingham.
And we have Watson on the line for the Hellfire Harlots. Very spread out pack on this one. Hey, and Buckland picks up lead jam once again for Nottingham Roller Derby.
That was not an easy easy lead jam to pick up. That was a fight all the way through.
A fight comparatively in this particular game where it is very fast picking up lead jams.
And that's 58, Buckland, who's wound up in the box with her captain, number 300, Greek Frightening.
So this is Watson with a power jam for the Hellfire Harlots. That's a power jam for the Hellfire Harlots, so they can get some points back.
And Hellfire
Hopefully close this gap.
Hellfire Harlots pivot. Alex Arnson is back on track.
So we cycle to the back there, goes up the
Shortly
inside.
followed by number 300, Greek Frightening for Nottingham, who gives an absolute, just a clock in the sternum to, pardon?
I'm going to say, Greek Frightening, living up to her name.
Yeah.
With the frightening part. I don't know where she's from, I'm going to be honest with you, but... There we go, Buckland. Out of the box and, oh!
I love any game where you wind up on the ground on top of another player and the first thing you do is giggle,
Yeah.
make sure you're both okay, and then pop back up. That was number 300 again. living up to her name and number and proving why she's the captain.
Yeah, it might be, look, this might be a high-stakes game, however, there's sportsmanship involved.
That's exactly it, always sportsmanship. Number 58, Buckland, coming around to the back of the pack.
Goes on the toe stops to the outside, goes through, picking up an additional 4 points there for Nottingham Roller Derby.
Some lovely footwork. And that jam is called with 14 seconds left.
And that is the end of the first half. The scores at the halfway mark in this game. The Nottingham Hellfire Harlots 44, Nottingham Roller Derby 130. We'll see you in around 15 minutes or so for the recommention of this game and the second half. And we've got just about a minute or so before we get back to the action here. Hellfire Harlots versus Nottingham Roller Derby. Scores are currently 44-130 in favour of Nottingham Roller Derby, who are in green. The Hellfire Harlots in white. The winner of this game will, well, more than likely, just depending on how the table standings go, will more than likely be heading off to the playoffs for a chance to get up to Tier 1 in the British Championship, in British Champs. It just it's mute when it comes on. Yeah.
Okay. So guess what I found out, Josh?
What did you find out?
Well, I didn't know this, but on the back line, the lovely Leah is doing live portraits of people.
Oh,
isn't that cool?
That is cool.
Live art at live sport.
Very good.
It's like the mashing of worlds.
Yeah, you wouldn't get that at Ellen Road, would you?
Nah, you wouldn't, mate.
Nah, mate.
Nah. No live art at Ellen Road. We found the sequined bum bag.
Oh, and there's a game on. Right. And on the jam line, we have number 64. That's Peanut Butter Jam for the Hellfire Harlots in white.
It's number 16.
It's Tomato. And PB&J picks up lead jam for the Hellfire Harlots. Heck of an opening salvo to the second half here for the Hellfire Harlots. Goes around the outside. It's 1v1. Goes through. Picks up jam. Calls it. Closes the gap there for the Hellfire Harlots. It is, yeah. Do you want a coffee? Oh, fair enough. They changed the coffee machine. It's weird now. It speaks to you.
You shouldn't have gotten coffee, Josh. You should have got a fizzy drink from the LRD booth.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, that's not on brand.
Yeah, we also have water, Coke, Diet Coke, and this packet of crisps I'm about to open and try not to eat while announcing. It's number 427 on the line. That's Schnellby Cobra for the Hellfire Harlots B team, and number 58, Buckland on the line, and in fact on the floor for Nottingham.
Guess we cycled to the back of the pack there. That was a bit of a nasty bump there, but both of them being held quite well by these blockers now. Definitely a change from the first half, but Buckland picks up lead jam for Nottingham Roller Derby once again.
Buckland is looking surprisingly composed for someone who is playing in a game that's this fast, this furious, and this sweaty.
We got a successful start pass to Alex Arnson for Hellfire Harlots, who is now your jammer for the Hellfire Harlots. That's Alex Arnson. And there we go, jam gets called. Couple of extra points there for Nottingham Roller Derby. Sit down now. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, it's weird. The new coffee machine, it talks to you. Very strange. I didn't have to put my PIN number in either. It's weird.
I'm disturbed by this modern world, Josh.
Yeah, it's not on. But something that is on is the next jam, which we have on the jam line. Bryony Heath for the Hellfire Harlots in white. And we have Helen Back in green for Nottingham Roller Derby.
And it's number 11, Helen Back, that absolutely just tap dances her way through the pack. She's coming back around to the first turn.
We have Green and Heath being held there. Just gets to recycle to the back of the pack there as Helen Back is picking up the points for Nottingham Roller Derby. Picks up the 4.
At the same time, number 50-50, Harley Scrim, has been released in the penalty box. And she's coming back around to join the pack, which is good because she is a formidable blocker.
And Helen Back just skates into the officials area. Nice and casual call in the jam. Making sure that that call can be seen by the officials.
Sounds painful, skating into the officials area. Unexpected item in the officials area.
Oh, this is a jam on. On the jam line for Nottingham Roller Derby, we have Tornado.
Number 16 for Nottingham, and number 64, Peanut Butter and Jam for the Hellfire Harlots B team.
The explosive Peanut Butter and Jam
Who's
goes straight up the middle. Still going, PB and J, where have you come from? Good Lord.
It looked entirely as though she was just going to get reabsorbed back into the pack, but she just fought her way through. It's extraordinary.
Straight through.
Tornado number 16, hot on her heels, but this is a fast-moving pack and a fast-moving game because number 64, Peanut Butter and Jam, is called the Peanut Butter and Jam.
Hey, that's her name.
Yes,
and again,
that's
explosive work there from Peanut Butter and Jam.
Blatantly obvious?
Sorry?
Nothing.
Okay. And on the jam line for Hellfire Harlots, we have Schnelby Cobra, and we have number 58, Buckland, on the line for Nottingham Roller Derby. A lot of momentum behind Hellfire Harlots now. Schnelby Cobra goes up the inside. Buckland trying to look in the middle, but both of them going around the outside. But Buckland just edges it, picking up lead jam. But Schnelby Cobra is hot on the trail.
Schnelby Cobra very wisely used Buckland almost as a battering ram.
And a bit of jammer on jammer there for that one.
A bit of a je ne sais quoi, but I don't know what it is.
You know, put some stank on that point. Put some stank on it.
Wow.
You don't like that. Okay, fair enough. On the jam line, we have Helen Back for Nottingham Roller Derby, and we have Watson for the Hellfire Harlots. Just it's quite a spread out pack here to start. Oh, there we go, closing in now. Watson goes up the inside.
Watson goes straight up against number 300, the captain, Greek Frightening.
I would not want to be in a one-on-one scenario with Greek Frightening.
No, not at all.
For certain, but looks as though Watson's come out on top, picking up lead jam for Hellfire Harlots.
Greek Frightening, speaking of which, finds herself in the penalty box.
There we go, 2 blockers in the penalty box. This is Hellfire Harlots game to play. Some good interference work. Oh, and stays on track. And calls the jam. Picking up some much needed points there for the Hellfire Harlots. It's 56-140 in favour of Nottingham Roller Derby. But as we know in Roller Derby, anything can change at any point. Last time we had a game here at the Edge, I believe, if memory serves, there was a 36-point jam in one jam.
Yep.
So that is significant. And we've also already had a 20, what was that?
4.
Yeah, 24-point jam earlier on in this game. A couple of good jams, and that will change everything as the officials call the timeout here just for a little bit of track repair. Just here.
And the joy of the DIY ethos is you'll find that Moss Chops, who's one of our refs, is actually out there helping the team of volunteers get everything taped up and down.
Speaking of volunteers, if you are not joining us here at the Edge here in Leeds and you are watching this in the comfort of your own home, give Real-Time Events a subscribe and a thumbs up on YouTube.
Yeah,
there.
and a huge thanks.
If you go through the backlog of their YouTube channel, they have so many games from this venue. A lot.
If you're a new player and you're looking to check things out, Real-Time Events really is a great way forward.
All on
Speaking
YouTube,
of things that are going greatly forward,
Hellfire Harlots pick up lead jam.
Peanut Butter and Jammers straight through that pack.
Once again,
Number 16, Tornado, struggling, but clears the front of that pack. And in fact, it gets a lovely, lovely bit of a strike from number 64, Peanut Butter and Jammer.
Oh, wow, we get a bit of jammer on jammer. A little bit of a duke. Ooh. And calls the jam. Not giving up ground there for Nottingham Roller Derby, but Hellfire Harlots picking up lead jam there. Another spectacular jam and jam work there from Peanut Butter and Jam.
That's a timeout called on behalf of Nottingham.
Certainly is. So we got... Yeah, so if you are wanting to get into roller derby, you mentioned it with the Real Time Events YouTube channel just there, which we are on. Hello. Like, subscribe, all that. Oh, no, it's thumbs up now, anyway. So basically, if you are local to Leeds and do fancy giving it a join, there is a recruitment night on Thursday the 19th of September. If you're over 18 and fancy a go, just send an email with your interest. And if you've never skated before or don't have any gear, they can loan that to you and just email hello@leedsrollerderby.com or just send a message over on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, the usual social media stuff. I did not have any gear when I first started roller derby.
Really, neither did I. Neither did I. But you know what? The other nice thing about Leeds is that you don't have to skate to be a member of Leeds Roller Derby. You can join as a volunteer, as a non-skating official. And for those of us who have sometimes been on the injury roster, it's nice to know that you are still very much a welcome part of the team, even if you are in sensible shoes and not on 8 wheels.
Or on crutches.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Number 58 on the line for Nottingham. That's Buckland, and she's up against number 427, Schnell B. Cobra for the Hellfire Harlots B team, and it is an absolute traffic jam as number 58, Buckland, clears the pack.
Once again, Buckland coming out on top in a lead jam scenario. Again, very rare that she doesn't get lead jam when she does start jamming there. Oh, very nicely done. Good toe stop work there and a little bit of a jump as well. Picks up the points and calls the jam. Great work from Buckland there. Once again, I should say.
Yeah, it seems to be a lot of, I mean, there's just some the jamming is just really, really shiny.
So who have we got on the jam line now? We have Helen back for Nottingham Roller Derby in the green.
And number 17, Bryony Heath.
Scores are 60-144 in favour of Nottingham Roller Derby. And both of them taking a bit of a run up now. Helen back, almost immediately picking up lead jam, but not far behind Bryony Heath there.
With a very narrow gap between the two of them. And that's it. Helen back clears the pack and calls the jam.
Now, you may have noticed that when it is a fast pack and they are calling the jam, they sort of turn their bodies, stick their behinds out, and then call the jam. That's because the points only count at the hips.
Oh, I see.
The hip is the hit box for roller derby.
What I was actually noticing was the fact that as the jam was being called, there was a little bit of Harley Scrim, number 50-50. There was a little bit of Harley Scrim's wonderful face paint on her shoulder. It's number 16, Tornado on the line with number 64, Peanut Butter and Jammer.
Oh, PB&J. Oh, Tornado picks up lead jam for Nottingham Roller Derby. But hot on the trail is Peanut Butter and Jam, who has unusual choice there for the star there. But there we go. Ooh.
That's number 50-50, Harley Scrim, who's hit the floor as the jam is called.
Just taking a rest.
Well, you know, no wonder this has been an absolutely fast-paced game. The game is just going at, a mile a minute. It's sweaty.
Hey, do you remember at the start of the game when the shutter were closed? Who did that?
I remember them days.
Yeah. On the jam line, we have Buckland for Nottingham Roller Derby. And we have Schnell Cobra on the line for the Hellfire Harlots. Both taking a run up. Buckland.
Buckland's come up against that Hellfire Harlots wall, but number 427, Peanut Butter and Jam, is absolutely...
Buckland once again goes straight up the inside. Goes through the pack, up the inside, picking up Jam, lead Jam for Nottingham Roller Derby.
And number 427 is Peanut Butter and Jam is still trying to clear the pack.
Ooh. Went for a spin, but gets recycled to the back of the pack after that big impact.
After taking a tremendous bit of buttock, Buckland apparently has got a target on her back at this point. She is just getting knocked from pillar to post.
And Greek frightening once again with the big hits.
There we go, number 427, Peanut Butter and Jam is straight through.
No, that's Schnelby Cobra.
Schnelby Cobra, I beg your pardon.
That's okay.
I'm so excited, I've lost track. Get it, roller derby, I've lost track.
Hey, it's there. And it doesn't need repairing at the moment, so that's good.
Says you. I think our track repair gang.
Oh, there we go. No, they found
diligent.
it. Yeah,
ever diligent. Well, there was a good deal of shoving and you know.
Oh God, there's like 3 bits going on. Right. Okay.
Yeah.
And the officials have called a timeout for track repair. Do you remember 30 seconds ago when I said, "Oh, the track looks all right at the moment," and immediately undermined there.
Those were the days, Josh.
Yep. An innocent time. Do some vamping. You've got a crisp. I wondered why Elle was being quiet there. I turned to her. She had a big crisp in her mouth, but there we go.
He said crisp.
Yeah, crisp. Potato chip.
A crisp, but what I purchased from the LRD snack stall down the back. And you know what the nice thing is if I had not managed to get that ship down in one go, we have our lovely medics here who could have taken care of us. We would not be able to run a game safely without the medics, and so we're hugely grateful for their presence. On the line is number 3 for the Hellfire Harlots. That's Watson, and number 11 for Nottingham. That's Helen Back, and Helen Back, number 11.
Helen Back, not at the back, at the front of the pack, picking up lead Jam for Nottingham Roller Derby.
Are you implying she should be Helen front? But in
Helen
fact,
lead.
She's Helen cycled all the way to the back again because she's back up against the end of the pack. That was a beautiful, and she has managed to lap number 3 Watson before calling the jam. Watson was struggling with her helmet cover there. Helmet covers have been getting wrenched 6 ways to Sunday, which tells me a lot about how fierce the action is in the pack.
Yeah. There's been some like big hits as well in there.
There have been some massive hits. I mean, we've got 18 minutes and 25 seconds left in this half. And the pause was for me to check whether my Specsavers prescription is what it should be. And it is. It's number 16 Tornado on the line for Nottingham, and number 64 Peanut Butter and Jam, and it's number 16 Tornado who cuts through that pack.
Picking up lead Jam once again. And initial pass has been made by the Hellfire Harlots there. Peanut Butter and Jam on the offensive. Good call to call that before Peanut Butter and Jam gets into the pack there. Because we know what she can do. But a couple of additional points there for Nottingham Roller Derby.
But we also know what the pack can do. I mean, the pack are you know, the action in sort of the nest, the clutch of blockers is getting. I mean, I'm not saying it wasn't sort of fast and furious and, you know, heavy hitting before, but
yeah.
Geez, there's a level of vitriol that may not have been there previously. Number 58 off the line for Nottingham, that's Buckland.
And Schnelby Cobra on the line for Nottingham Hellfire Harlots. Schnelby Cobra picks up lead Jam for the Hellfire Harlots, but Buckland is hot on the trail there.
That was a huge hit from the captain, Greek frightening.
I don't know how they get back up so quickly sometimes.
Skills, training, endurance, awesomeness.
Pain tolerance.
You know what I find is really good for pain tolerance, Josh?
Something that you can buy at the back there?
Brownies?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, saying brownies.
On the Jam line, we have Helen Back for Nottingham Roller Derby.
And number 17, Bryony Heath for Hellfire Harlots B team.
Again, both of them taking a run up. Oh. Good Lord, that was fast, furious, and Helen back once again picks up lead jam. And Bryony Heath makes it through. Initial point scoring pass. Oh, just sails to the outside and just gets knocked out there. Not knocked out, knocked out of bounds, I should say.
I was going to say knocked off track.
Knocked off track,
Yeah,
there we go.
Not knocked out. That would be.
It's okay.
Not a
No
good
concussions,
time.
touch wood, but there we go.
No concussions. No concussions.
Additional couple of points there for Nottingham Roller Derby. The scores 61 to 166 in favour of Nottingham Roller Derby in the green, Hellfire Harlots in the white. On the jam line for the Hellfire Harlots, we have Watson, number 3.
And number 16, Tornado for Nottingham.
And no run up this time. Nice. Oh. What have we got there? An official timeout's been called.
Magpie has gone over to our officials table.
The score team.
I beg your pardon.
Score team?
Score team or go. We'll call them the score team.
Scorekeepers. That's it.
Wow. But they don't keep the score. They share it with us. Look, it's up on the board. I don't know, dude. Number 16, Tornado, was in the line against number 3, Watson. We've got our 5-second call. And they're off.
There we go. Watson going up the inside.
Shoving at the back, keeping Tornado from doing her due.
And Tornado goes up the inside into turn 1, picking up lead jam once again.
You're fine. It's a heavy game. Number 3, Watson, has made her way to the front of the pack, and she's coming back around to turn number 1. That's it, and Tornado calls the jam. Some great hitting there between number 1837, Pucker Up, and number 101, Spins and Needles. I should have known that. It's a great name.
It's a great name. So who we got? Oh, we got Peanut Butter and Jam and Buckland. Ooh. This one should
is gonna be fun.
Buffum taking a run up. I kind of want it to go the whole 2 minutes, but let's see how it goes. Both Buckland, PB&J taking a run up. PB&J goes around the outside, goes up the inside, it gets hit by a couple of blockers there and is currently being held. Skates through, picks up lead jam for the Hellfire Harlots, but both of them. Oh.
You know it's a good game when the refs are colliding into each other to stay on top of the jammers. That's Magpie and Make call.
It's a very fast-moving pack now. And
so fast, in fact, that that Hellfire Harlots have called the jam.
Before any damage can be done there. It was advantageous to do that despite the lead jam and the advanced position of PB&J on that one, because in the pack, the Hellfire Harlots, the blockers there were sort of towards the back of the pack. So if PB&J had have gone to engage with the blockers at the front, there was a very good chance that she would have lost ground at the back as well from Buckland's positions as well.
Very true. That's number 11 on the line. Oh, good God. 427, Schnellby Cobra.
Picking up the lead jam straight away.
It's as though the pack wasn't there. It's number 11, Helen Back, who is trailing behind. This pack is moving at great speed. Schnellby Cobra has called the jam from a moving horizontal position.
Oh, it wasn't tragic, but that was very funny because she had to call the jam by putting her hands to her hips, but that means she couldn't put her hands down to protect herself, so she just went shoulder first into the ground, unfortunately.
It was beautiful. It was like a cross between roller derby and baseball. Like she was trying to steal the jam. Go find out what our friends the Zebras are up to.
You do a vamp.
Josh is going to do his David Attenborough impression while he goes and hangs out with the Zebras. Quietly listening, observing, being zebra-friendly. A nice thing to do while we wait for the Zebras to zeeb. Is that, can we call that, what's the collective noun for a bunch of zebras? A pedantry of zebras? I'm getting someone shouting from the side, a pedantry of zebras. A rule book of zebras. Anyhow, while you are watching the Zebras do all their ZB things, don't forget that, of course, we have Leah at the back, who is doing live portraiture, which, frankly, I think is awesome, because, art that's it, you know. When I say that it's warm in here, I mean that I have just watched one of the members of Leeds Roller Derby who are playing in the game after this next break struggle to get into her own top because it's just so sweaty. What saith the Zeebs, Josh?
I can't do it until the blow the whistle. Sorry, I can't.
They say anything, though.
Yeah, they did, yeah.
Okay, fine. That's good.
There was a point of contention, and that is has been resolved.
Fight. No, don't fight. Anyhow, on the line, lining up as number 16, Tornado, and number, 17, Bryony Heath. Gosh, I'm burping. It's almost as though I've been drinking a lovely Diet Coke from the Leeds Roller Derby food and drink stall.
Good stuff. So, basically, it was a point of contention here in relation to one of the blockers. The green team, Nottingham Roller Derby, thought there may have been some sort of missed call on that one. However, the decision from the referees still stands.
Awesome sauce. That's number 17, Bryony Heath, going up the outside, and she is getting knocked about, but she's making it to the front. She's just managed to slide past 000 Gem. And she is trailed very close behind by number 16, Tornado.
Bryony Heath, Hellfire Harlots coming in, goes up the inside, gets knocked back, will be recycled to the back of the pack, going around the outside now, on her toes, calls the jam. Some big hits going on there. Oof.
There's always that horrible moment when you have to figure out whether people are laughing or crying.
Yeah.
We had a 3-person pileup involving the captain, Greek Frightening, and number 16, Tornado.
As well as on it straight away.
Good. Number 47 as well, Sabotage. And there's a very particular movement of the torso where you can't quite tell at first whether that's someone giggling hysterically because they've just had a ton of fun smashing into a good friend and succumbing to gravity, or whether that is, hush Josh, or whether that is in fact a not happy chest heavage.
Yeah, exactly. Fun or pain?
Pardon?
Fun or pain? That's the decision that we need to
let's not have that conversation while there's minors in the room, Josh. Rude.
On the jam line, we have Watson and we have Buckland. For the Hellfire Harlots is Watson in the white and Buckland for Nottingham Roller Derby in the green. Official time out there just for a little bit of track repair. And going nice and close here this time. No run-ups. Watson goes around the outside, gets denied that. Sorry, inside even. Can't even see. Buckland going up the middle. Oh! What a hit from Buckland.
Good a smash, but they have both popped right back up. I think despite the speed of the play, I think the heat and the fact that we've got just over 11 minutes left in the second half of this game is starting to show.
Yeah.
I think everyone's finding it a bit difficult.
Ooh.
That's it.
And it
Number 58, Buckland, calling it also from a prone position. Again, great sportsmanship. That was a lovely thumbs up from number 50, Harley Scrim as she went past.
Yeah. Now, I don't want to throw anybody under the bus, but it did look as though Buckland did lose her footing just a little bit on this in towards turn 3 here.
I think turn 3, like the rest of the track, may be coated in sweat.
Yeah.
Sexy.
I'm not knocking it, but, you know.
No. Well, I mean, that sounds painful. Number 11, Helen Back.
And we got number 64, that's PB&J. Ooh, for the Hellfire Harlots.
Oh, and beautifully done. Number 11, Helen Back, has just snuck to the pack before number 64, Peanut Butter and Jam.
It's just on the back there. It's a very fast-moving jam.
It is a swift-moving pack.
And Helen Back calls the jam there before any damage can be done either way, so we have ourselves a pointless jam. We have ourselves a pointless jam. That should have been. There we go. So
you could use some blood sugar in the form of a delicious brownie or vegan cupcake from the snack stall.
I might do, actually.
Just finish your coffee, mate.
Yeah.
Number 16 on the line for Nottingham. That's Tornado, who is up against number 427, Schnellby Cobra. who was taking an absolute battering at the back of the pack from number 300, Greek Frightening, the captain of Nottingham Roller Derby.
Shelby Cobra again recycled to the pack, off the pack again. But again, that first big hit from Greek Frightening. Ooh.
Oh, and number 16, our own very wonderful Tornado from Nottingham in the green, is in the sin bin, leaving number 427, Shelby Cobra, alone on track.
This is now a power jam for the Hellfire Harlots. Goes around the outside, goes up the middle of the pack, going in. A little bit of a shove from her own player to go forward there, but goes one-on-one. And Shelby Cobra picks up the points for the Hellfire Harlots. So as the lead jammer has been sent to the penalty box, once again, this will go the full 2 minutes for this jam. A full 2-minute jam is what's happening now.
Josh, did you mention that 16 Tornado was out of the penalty box?
No, I didn't.
Well, number 16 Tornado in the green is out of the penalty box. Number 300, the team captain, Greek Frightening, is standing in the box, which, you know...
And there we go, Shelby Cobra engaging into the pack again. Goes around the outside, picks up the points for the Hellfire Harlots. And we've got Tornado in there for Nottingham. Roller Derby picks up an additional 4 points. Shelby Cobra went for a small apex jump there, but didn't quite get all of it, so recycled to the back of the pack. Ooh. Those 2-minute jams, they can be exhausting. And the track repair team. Lots to clean up on after that.
Yeah, I would not be surprised at all. Josh, what kind of conserves does Nikola Tesla make?
What sort of what, sorry?
What sort of conserves does Nikola Tesla make?
Well, now, not many. He's dead. Sorry, do you bit. I don't know how many did that. What?
You're fired. Out of a cannon.
Oh. On the jam line for Nottingham Roller Derby, we have Buckland. And number 17 for Hellfire Harlots, that's Brian Heath. Looks like both of them will be taking a bit of a run-up. Once again, a lot of run-ups in this. Normally you see like 1 or 2 in a game. This one, it's been like half and half.
I think it's because the blockers are so incredibly capable on both teams that unless you get a proper run-up, there's just no hope of breaking through that pack unless you use yourself as sort of a human battering ram. That's number 17.
Brian Heath picking up lead jam for the Hellfire Harlots. Ooh. Is that Greek Frightening again?
No, it wasn't.
No, he
Greek
wasn't.
Frightening is not on track.
And an additional 4 points there, picks up there from Brian Heath. And again, goes up the inside. Oh, gets knocked to the inside.
Oh, good heavens. That's number 58.
That's a big hit there from, who's that? Spensation.
Yep.
The Hellfire Harlots.
Buckland working way to the back of the pack.
Oh. And there you go, Brian Heath.
This is
some great blocking here from Nottingham Nottingham Roller Derby. But thanks to a little bit of a sort of a multiplayer block there.
I mean, this is great blocking from both teams. Both of the jammers are being forced to work really hard to get through, the packs. Because, I mean, the accreted packs are just an absolutely extraordinary wall of humanity. And neither the blocker, or none of the jammers, I beg your pardon, is really making it through the pack without really having to fight for every inch of track.
But this is a huge jam for Bryony Heath and the Hellfire Harlots. I mean, good lord, some great stuff going on here. But Gem R is now your jammer of Nottingham Roller Derby. But additional 4 points picked up from the Hellfire Harlots from Bryony Heath. A huge jam, bringing them up into triple digits. They now have 100 points, trailing to 184 there. But that was a heck of a jam.
That was a heck of a jam.
A lot
with
going on.
5.5 minutes left in the game. You know what? Neither one of us. We both know well enough not to call it because anything could happen. Number 3 on the line, Watson against number 11, Helen Back.
And Watson for the Hellfire Harlots.
Helen Back has just danced right around that outside.
Chick, wah, indeed. And Watson is being held. Looks as though it's by a couple of multiplayer, but some interference being ran here by the Hellfire Harlots.
137 pucker up. And Alf, number 12.
And Hellenbach just goes around the inside there before any more damage can be done. Ooh. Calls it. Additional 4 points there to Nottingham Roller Derby.
I think Gravity may have been the hardest hitting player in that last little section of that jam because there was, no less than 4 players on the track. Literally on the track.
Gravity doesn't get tired, it doesn't get bruised or injured.
Gravity should wind up in the penalty box more often. That would be fun.
I can't imagine this taking place on a 3D plane, to be honest with you.
Number 16, Tornado in the green on the line for Nottingham. And number 64,
PB&J.
Jam. There are limbs flying as PB&J and Tornado fight to the front of the pack.
Oh, PB&J once again. Explosive jam in here from PB&J. But goes up the inside, leaving him in the dust. The PB&J coming around for another round. Star pass has been done for Nottingham Roller Derby, so they are now in point scoring positions. But PB&J is going up the inside, around the out, gets hit, doesn't stop her, gets past both blockers and calls the jam. Oh, what a jam.
What a jam, what a jam, what a jam. What a mighty good jam.
And who do we have now? We have an official down, so that's fun.
Again, Gravity. Gravity needs to go in the sin bin.
And we have jamming for the first time in this game for Nottingham Roller Derby. It's Gem R.
Well, starting off on the line as a jammer because
there was
that
got star pass earlier on. Of course,
number 427, Schnellby Cobra. I knew that. I didn't have to check my cheat sheet because we have seen Schnellby Cobra do excellent and wonderful things on track all afternoon.
And just by a little bit of a coincidence here, Gem R is the jammer in the league with the most lead jams from there.
That's extraordinary. And I think you may have mispronounced that word, Josh.
Which one?
I think you'll find it's Coinky-Dink.
Coinky-Dink?
Coinky-Dink.
Here we go. Gem R starting the jam for the first time in this game for
I should have against number 427, Schnellby Cobra.
Well, Schnellby Cobra goes up the inside like it was nothing there. Picking up lead jam for the Hellfire Harlots.
Absolutely skipping on those toe stops.
Hellfire Harlots are not going down without a fight. Schnellby Cobra goes up, goes low, goes around the outside, and calls the jam.
Now, what was it I said just a few minutes ago, Josh, about there is no way to predict?
No, definitely not.
No.
And who have we got on the jam line now? Who have we got? Who is it? It's Hellenbach for Nottingham Roller Derby in the green. And we have Bryony Heath in the white for the Hellfire Harlots. And the officials have called a timeout here, I think, just to finish up the track repairs over on the turn number 1 there, just
Josh,
on the left of your screen.
Indeed. Josh, there's 2 minutes and 21 seconds of this game left.
Oh, so this could be very much be the last jam of the game,
yes,
but
188 to 112 for Nottingham Roller Derby.
on the jam line, Hellenbach, Nottingham Roller Derby, Brian Heath for the Hellfire Harlots. Oh, straight through for Hellenbach.
Not even through, she went right around.
Oh.
But she's come straight up against that Hellfire Harlots wall.
Brian Heath being held by some incredible blocking here. A great 3-wall from Nottingham, but goes around the outside, picks it up. And Hellenbach calls the jam. Looks like we're going to have one more jam in this game, by the looks of things. Possibly 2. We don't know yet. But on the jam line, we have number 16. That is Tornado for Nottingham Roller Derby.
And number 64, Peanut Butter and Jam. I think this is one of my favorite, pairings, jammer pairings of the day. It's just spectacular to watch such.
Peanut Butter and Jam has been...
Oh, they've both been...
Good Lord, when she gets lead jam, whew, flying away with it. But let's see if that can be replicated as they both go there. Peanut Butter and Jam picks up lead jam for the Hellfire Harlots. Closely followed by Tornado. But PB&J, big hit there, straight up the middle. Gets knocked and calls the jam. Just before any more points can be conceded there. Looks like we might have another jam.
Good Lord. Good Lord.
And who have we got on the line? It is Gem R for Nottingham Roller Derby in the green, and we have Schnelby Cobra.
427, Schnelby Cobra.
That's the one for the Hellfire Harlots in the white. So it's quite a spread out. Oh, there we go. Both going closer to the jam line there. Gem R going around the outside. So Schnelby Cobra picks up jam, the lead jam straight away.
Gemma just goes straight around that outside. That's 000 Gemma for Nottingham, who has gone all the way around the outside.
But Gemma going up the inside there, gets knocked to the inside, will be recycled to the back of the pack. Schnelby Cobra manages to get past the blockers there for Nottingham Roller Derby. Both in point scoring positions now. Time has expired. This will be the last jam. And Gem R calls it. And that will be the game. Right, okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, one heck of a game there. The officials just waiting to make the scores official. However, I think we can determine who has won this game just by how much is remaining to be seen there.
I have to admit, Josh, one of the things that I didn't really sort of, point out at the beginning. Oh, we're going for the lineup. Let's do the lineup.
Yeah, we're going for the lineup.
Yeah.
So that is 2 wins for Nottingham Roller Girls. We'll put them at the top of the T2 East League table, pretty securing their place at the playoffs in Stoke in September.